Christianity and money. How do those two go together? If you are financially illiterate like me, but you really have a heart to use your money for the good of the kingdom and use your money in a way that is faithful, Jesus makes it so clear that the way we use our money is like a spiritual thermometer. It's testing our heart and it's testing where our treasure lies. Sometimes we just need some direction and guidance. What exactly is the biblical way to use money? What does the Bible say about debt, investing, retirement, taking loans, buying property, wealth? Is the prosperity gospel right? If it's wrong, why is it wrong? Doesn't God want us to have a whole lot of earthly possessions? Doesn't God want us to live abundant lives? What does that mean? You're watching Kate's Book Club, and in this channel we discuss reading to enrich your journey with Jesus. In this video we're going to be discussing Managing God's Money by Randy Alcorn. It was published in 2011 by Tyndale Publishing. It has a 4.3 rating on Goodreads and a 4.8 rating on Amazon at the time of filming. If you've ever read a super helpful book on finances, please leave it in the comment section so that the rest of us can check it out. So the title, Managing God's Money, tells us exactly where Randy Alcorn lies. This book is all about stewardship. Stewardship is a very biblical principle that says we are looking after something that is not ultimately ours. Our money does not belong to us. We are just using it in a specific way to give God glory, to honor Him, to live to His praise, to proclaim His kingdom. If you've ever wondered what the Bible says about the tiny details of money management, this book is definitely for you. Randy Alcorn sets out the book in a question and answer format. Just go have a look at the first few pages on Amazon. You can see the way he's laid out the contents pages in a question and answer format. So if you have a specific question, you can see whether he's listed it in his contents page. He talks about spending money, false beliefs, budget, retirement, debt, lifestyle choices, giving to the church. He covers every topic you can think of on money. If you've ever wondered what the true biblical perspective is on wealth, if you've ever wondered what the Bible actually says about wealth, and the cover also makes it clear that this book is a biblical guide. So Randy Alcorn explores what wealth is. What does wealth mean? Is it godly to be wealthy? Is it godly to be rich? And these are the questions that we should be asking ourselves in the Western world today. Some people demonize wealth. Some people idolize wealth. It's really helpful to have a comprehensive conversation, comprehensive discussion about wealth, because it's really important that we think clearly about wealth. This book also balances living in freedom with living in the constraints of managing money carefully according to a budget and other lifestyle restrictions. So what does it mean to live in the freedom that Jesus Christ brought us, and what does it mean to live in a world where the way we spend money is carefully recorded and monitored? If your parents never taught you about money, then this book is a great way to get some ideas on how to teach children about money, how to teach children good spending habits, good money management habits. Children can learn about money from a very early age, and this book gives such great practical advice on how to guide children towards godly money management. The other reason you might want to read this book is to look at the topic of church and money. So we know that giving is a very godly principle, but how much are we really required to give to the church? Are we still required to give to the church? Are we required to tithe? This book discusses in depth what it means to be a churchgoer and to handle money in a godly way. The Bible does have a lot to say on money, so it's really important that we marry our church going with our money management. Like I told you guys at the beginning, I am definitely someone who needs a lot of guidance and a lot of help on money. And this book was such a useful resource. I will never give this book away. Actually, the way I came across this book is this book was mentioned in a preach by one of the pastors at my church. And so I knew about it, I had heard about it, and I wanted to read it. And I was browsing a local secondhand bookshop, and lo and behold, there was Managing God's Money. And it was a completely fresh copy. It had been unread. I don't know why. It's definitely worth buying. It's worth reading. One thing that surprised me about this book is Randy Alcorn's view on retirement. And we know that retirement can be very unhealthy psychologically. And God has made us to be productive and to work. Randy Alcorn discusses what he and his wife have planned for retirement and how they have planned their old age. And it's really inspiring to see that God can still use us. Even if the world has said that we're no longer good for the workplace, God can still use us in our retirement. And it's very special to look far into the future and to see that we still have much to give. We are all expected to save for retirement from the moment we start working. So it's a really fresh perspective to look at and to pray into. God has called us all to be content with what we have, but He's also challenged us in His many teachings about money. And it is so helpful to look at the practical aspect of Jesus' words through this book, Managing God's Money by Randy Alcorn. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.